Actors and actor enthusiasts, I'm Melissa Henderson, and you're behind the scenes of on-screen acting. In the past 2 weeks, I've been asked to learn an accent with very limited time constraints. I had less than 24 hours to grab an accent for a self-tape audition, and about a week to learn an accent for a role I've already booked. What happens when the project doesn't have a budget for a dialect coach, or when your dialect coach isn't available, or when you don't have one and you don't know where to look? Today, I'll share how I approach situations like these. It's really easy to decline auditions that request an accent, to decide that you don't do accents or that you'll pass for now and get to it later. I'm asking you to reconsider. Every audition and role is an opportunity to explore something new and to gain another tool for your tool belt as an actor. We all tell ourselves we can't do something, and we come up with reasons why it's not the right time for something or that someone is better at that than we are. So fight against the urge to shy away from the opportunity to develop just because it's uncomfortable. You may find that this accent is one you can do for this project and should work on more. Or you may find that you're a quick study at learning accents in general, and this unique quality sets you apart from other actors. Also, any dialects or accents you gain can and should be added to your casting profile to be used as a competitive advantage for booking roles against actors who haven't gained those. Now that you've grabbed some courage and you're committed to learning an accent or dialect, how do we do that without a coach? You could go down several rabbit holes on the internet, or you can simply try Acting with an Accent by David Alan Stern. This series is affordable, comprehensive, and offers a variety of accents. Each one has several audio lessons and a booklet so you can follow along. The lessons are about 1 to 2 hours total for each accent and are accompanied by some challenges, so you can apply what you've just learned. I have used Acting with an Accent to learn the standard British accent, French, Arabic, and several Texas dialects. The system I found most effective is to complete a lesson and then immediately begin applying it to my character's lines. This allows me to begin memorizing the lines only with the accent and to start working my vocal muscles around the tone and placement of that accent's sounds. Then I move on to the next lesson and repeat the process. I find that it's best to spend limited amounts of time working on the accent, but frequently. Just like cramming line memorization isn't ideal, force-feeding a new dialect into your brain at the speed of light typically doesn't work well. For example, if I have several weeks to work on an accent, once I feel comfortable, I may revisit the lessons once a week to make sure I'm keeping the dialect honest. The rest of the time, I may spend working line memorization and playing with line reads as I live into the character and the given circumstances. If I have 24 hours, like I did this week, I may spend an hour or two on Acting with an Accent by David Alan Stern and then applying the concepts to my character's lines. After that, I won't return to the lessons unless I have a specific question. When time is limited, the main priority is that I, the actor, feel confident about the vocal choices I've made. So I spend the remaining time working line memorization and playing with the text. The most ideal situation is that you are learning accents and dialects before someone asks you for them. If you are not booked in a role right now, make a list of accents you'd really like to have in your arsenal, or put on your business hat and consider your look. What accents might you be asked to have based on your look? What accents do you see breakdowns for that match your look? Then make a list from there. Some accents I have taken to right away. Others have required me to revisit them a couple of times, and that's okay. The most important thing is that you consider accents and dialects to be a differentiator and an important competitive advantage. You want to get booked. So set yourself apart and do the work most won't have the courage to do. Let's wrap this up. When you're faced with learning an accent or dialect, grab your courage. Then get a copy of Acting with an Accent by David Allen Stern. Complete the lessons, apply them to your lines, memorize your lines with the accent, then play around with the accent and the text together. Once you're confident, shoot the audition, go to rehearsal, or arrive on set, prepare to work. That's it, actors. For more, subscribe to the channel or visit the blog at actorchatter.com and get ready for tomorrow's role today.